Hey everybody, take a good look. This man is named Duane Davis, or Duane Keffe, who is now officially charged and arrested for the murder of Tupac Shakur, a rap legend from Oakland. And apparently he has been in law enforcement's sight for quite some time. And a grand jury was sequestered a meeting about him for months. And they finally decided to, go after him. And so ends the long saga of something that occurred in 1996. So think about it. 1996, 2006, 2016. That's 20 years. Then 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's 28 years. It's taken 28 years to identify and finally apprehend and arrest the man who killed Tupac Shakur. They reportedly arrested him as he was walking. He's 60 years old. And this account that I found was quite telling. It went as follows. If I may here, news, Keffe. The Associated Press is reporting this just 16 minutes ago. Right here. They report him as the witness to the 1996 drive-by shooting, indicted on murder. So he was more than a witness. He was the person who did it. That's Tupac himself, rest in peace. Then it goes on to read, one of the last living witnesses to the fatal drive-by shooting of rapper Tupac Shakur in Las Vegas was charged with murder Friday, today, the 1996 killing, an long-awaited breakthrough in a case that has frustrated investigators and fascinated the public. Oh, it's fascinating is the wrong word. Ugh. A Nevada grand jury indicted Duane Keffe Davis on one count of murder with a deadly weapon. After hearing evidence in the case for several months, Clark County Chief Deputy District Attorney Mark Giacomo announced in court Friday. Davis has long been known to investigators and has himself admitted in interviews and his 2019 tell-all memoir, Compton Street Legend, that he was in the Cadillac from which the gunfire erupted during the September 1996 drive-by shooting. Wowzers. And Giacomo described Davis as the on-ground, on-site commander who, quote, ordered the death of Shakur, who was killed at 25. My question is why? Why? The charges were revealed hours after Davis, 60 years old, was arrested this morning while on a walk near his home in the Las Vegas suburb of Henderson, where the Raiders' headquarters is located, according to Giacomo. Las Vegas police raided Davis' home in mid-July. Police were looking for items concerning the murder of Tupac Shakur, according to the search warrant. They collected multiple computers, a cell phone and hard drive, a Vibe magazine that featured Shakur, several .40 caliber bullets, two, quote, tubs containing photographs, and a copy of Davis' memoir. Quote, it has been often said that justice delayed is justice denied, District Attorney Steve Wilson said after the hearing in a brief comment to AP. In this case, justice has been delayed, but justice won't be denied. It wasn't immediately clear if Davis had an attorney who can comment on his behalf. Davis hasn't responded to multiple phone and text messages from the Associated Press seeking comment or an interview in the more than 2 months since the house raid. Shakur was in a BMW driven by Death Row Records founder Marion Suge Knight in a convoy of about 10 cars. They were waiting at a red light near the Las Vegas Strip when a white Cadillac pulled up next to them and gunfire erupted. Shakur was shot multiple times and died a week later. The rapper's death came as his fourth solo album, All Eyes on Me, remained on the charts with some 5 million copies sold. Nominated 6 times for a Grammy Award, Shakur is still largely considered one of the most influential and versatile rappers of all time. In his memoir, Davis said he was in the front passenger seat of the Cadillac and had slipped the gun used in the killing into the back seat from where he said the shots were fired. Davis implicated his nephew, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, saying he was one of the 2 people in the back seat. Anderson, a known rival of Shakur, had been involved in a casino brawl with the rapper shortly before the shooting. After the casino brawl, Mr. Davis formulated a plan to exact revenge upon Mr. Knight and Mr. Shakur in his nephew's defense, Giacomo said. Mr. Anderson died 2 years later. He denied any involvement in Shakur's death. Davis revealed in his memoir that he first broke his silence in 2010 during a closed-door meeting with federal and local authorities. At the same time, he was 46 years old and facing life in prison on drug charges when he agreed to speak with them about Tupac's killing, as well as the fatal shooting 6 months later of Tupac's rap rival, Biggie Smalls, also known as the Notorious B.I.G. Quote, "They offered to let me go for running a, quote, criminal enterprise, unquote, and numerous alleged murders for the truth about the Tupac and Biggie murders," he wrote. Quote, "They promised they would shred the indictment and stop the grand jury if I helped them out." Shakur was feuding at the time with rap rival Biggie Smalls, who was fatally shot in March of 1997. At the same time, both rappers were in the middle of an East Coast-West Coast rivalry that primarily defined the hip-hop scene during the mid-1990s. Greg Kading, a retired Los Angeles Police Department detective who spent years investigating the Shakur killing and wrote a book about it, said he was not surprised by Davis' arrest. The former Los Angeles police detective said he believed the investigation gained new momentum in recent years following Davis' public descriptions of his role in the killing, including his 2019 memoir. Quote, "It's those events that have given Las Vegas the ammunition and leverage to move forward," Kading said. Prior to Keffe's public declarations, the cases were unprosecutable as they stood. Well, and what does that do? Someone who feels guilty is going to cough up eventually, and that's precisely what this man did, and now he's behind bars. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube, bookmark ZennyReport.com. We'll see you soon. And like and subscribe this video.